My first experience when I was born a baby. I was born into a world I had never known before. For 9 months, I had lived in a place of warmth, comfort, and rhythmic sounds, the steady beating of my mother's heart. But then suddenly everything changed. The first sensation, light and cold. The first thing I remember, if you can call it remembering, was a bright light that pierced through my closed eyelids. It was different from the soft darkness I was used to. The air around me felt cool, unlike the warmth that had surrounded me before. I didn't understand it, but I knew something had changed. Then came the noise. Loud, jarring, and unfamiliar. I felt hands on my tiny body, lifting me, moving me. I didn't know what was happening, but I felt exposed, vulnerable. Instinctively, I cried. It was my first sound, my first protest against this new world. The sound of love. Amidst all the chaos, I heard a voice. It was soft, familiar, soothing. Even though I couldn't see clearly, I knew it belonged to someone important. As I was placed against a warm surface, I felt comforted. The sound of a heartbeat, the same one I had heard for so long, was there again. My mother. Her voice was gentle, whispering something I couldn't understand, but I felt safe. Another voice, deeper but equally warm, spoke too, my father. Though I couldn't see his face yet, I felt his presence. The first taste, milk and comfort. Soon, I felt a new sensation. Hunger. It was an emptiness I had never felt before. But then, something warm and soothing touched my lips. Instinct took over, and I latched onto it. The taste was comforting, familiar, as if it had always been a part of me. As I fed, I felt sleep creeping in again. The world was overwhelming, but in my mother's arms, I felt safe. The world takes shape. Days passed, though I didn't know what days were. I started noticing more things, blurry shapes moving around me, voices that I recognized even if I couldn't see clearly. Sometimes, a soft melody would fill the air, lulling me into sleep. I learned to associate warmth with safety, hunger with discomfort, and my mother's touch with love. I didn't know words yet, but I understood emotions. The first connection. One day, as I stared at the blurry shape in front of me, I saw something new, a pair of eyes looking at me with so much love. The shape moved, and suddenly, I felt an emotion I didn't know how to describe. Before I realized it, my lips curled into something new, a smile. The reaction was instant. Excited voices, laughter, and a feeling of pure happiness filled the room. I didn't understand why my tiny action had caused so much joy, but I liked it. So I did it again. And just like that, I had made my first real connection with the world. Discovering emotions. With time, I learned more. I learned that when I cried, someone would come to comfort me. I learned that the soft touch of a hand on my back made me feel better. I learned that when I was alone, something inside me ached in a way I didn't like. Happiness, sadness, comfort, fear. I was experiencing it all for the first time. I didn't have words for them, but I felt them deeply. The journey begins. Every day was a new discovery. The sound of laughter, the feeling of soft blankets, the gentle rocking that put me to sleep. I was slowly learning what it meant to be alive. I was no longer just a baby in the womb. I was Emma, a tiny human in a big, strange, and beautiful world. And this was only the beginning.